Hi there, it's the Sun Sasquatch coming at you with some sage cryptocurrency advice. Stop. Just fucking stop. Stop investing all of your life savings into cryptocurrencies in the hopes of hitting it big. Really stop listening to the YouTube cryptocurrency douchebags that are pushing their own agenda and their own scam. Stop going to the back alleys of the internet and snatching up a fucking $1,000 worth of Scrody coin and being devastated when it doesn't pan out. Stop. Take a step back, collect yourself, stop becoming this rabid animal that your family doesn't even recognize anymore because all you do is talk about cryptos and you scratch your neck as you buy a new cryptocurrency you don't even know, like you're fucking collecting all of them like it's a Pokemon trading card game, and then you lose a lot of money and you get upset. Stop. Just fucking stop. Why am I bringing this up? Well, BitConnect, that Ponzi scheme finally crumbled yesterday. They sealed their ass cheeks shut and entombed a million people's money in their filthy asshole. And I've been inundated with emails about it, and a lot of people blame me. And not because I talked about BitConnect or anything. I never talked about BitConnect. There were red flags all over the place. That was very clearly going to end up happening exactly how it happened yesterday. But why they blame me is because I opened their eyes to this horrible world of cryptocurrency, and genuinely for that, I am sorry. I've been joking around about cryptocurrencies for quite a while now, and I need to make it very clear, when I talk about cryptocurrencies, I am joking, but a lot of people out there don't take them as jokes, they take it as me actually lending actual investment advice, which is not the case. 8 or 9 months ago, I sold off a very old stock I had since I was a kid. It was a useless stock that wasn't worth shit anymore. It was basically like owning a share of Blockbuster in 2017. I sold that off and I put all of that into the cryptocurrency market across a lot of different cryptocurrencies. And since it was 8 or 9 months ago, everything was dirt cheap. I could have got 1,000 of everything for a jar of spit. And so I put it all in there, and I didn't care if I lost all that money in the cryptos because as far as I was concerned, I never had that money in the first place since it was wrapped up in a shitty, useless stock from fucking 1996. Now let's fast forward to today, where the cryptocurrency world has taken off and every pseudo-intellectual, every college frat douchebag, every high schooler is throwing a lot into cryptocurrency market, and a lot of time it doesn't pan out, so they get mad and they start blaming everyone, start pointing the finger at each other, and sometimes they point that sad little wiggle finger at me because I joke about cryptocurrencies, most notably Coin. I think I make it blatantly obvious that I'm joking when talking about cryptos, especially when it comes to Coin, saying things like Coin's going to be replacing the USD soon. I don't really believe that, and I don't think any rational person would think I truly thought that about Coin. I don't think Coin is worth 2 toenail clippings right now, but I have a ton of them. I have this little empire of imaginary flumbles that I couldn't buy a used condom with in the real world. I think everyone that's getting into the crypto market needs to understand you don't make money when it goes up. So what? The price on all the cryptos went up after you put in. You haven't made any money. You haven't made money until you've sold your shit. And selling your shit is a Herculean task because all the exchanges are so poorly run. They're all so goddamn shady. It's very fucking difficult if you want to sell your shit at a certain time. You're at their mercy. They will tell you to bend over and you will bend over. You fucking have to in the cryptocurrency world. It's not perfect and it's all very, very sketchy shit. You need to accept that. I think everyone needs to accept that. Like take Mt. Gox for example. That's a great example. And now we have BitConnect. The crypto world is far, far, far from perfect. So please stop preaching the good word like an evangelist of cryptocurrencies, of how it's the next coming of Jesus. In fact, I think it's important you remember one of Jesus' most famous lines, the wisdom he bestowed upon us mortals. Never invest that which you're not willing to lose. And that is integral to cryptocurrencies because everyone, once BitConnect went down, was like, you know what, I just lost everything, fuck. And then there's, suicide hotline comes up everywhere because now there's people genuinely suicidal because they lost everything because they bought into this hype, and then BitConnect turned out to be a Ponzi scheme. Never invest that which you're not willing to lose. That's very important. It's rule number 1 of investment. I don't know fuck all about investing anything, by the way. The stock I had as a kid was a gift from a family friend. I don't know what kind of fucking gift they thought that was. What kind of sick monster gives a child for his 2nd birthday a fucking stock in a useless company? The only bigger slap in the face for a birthday gift they could have given me as a 2-year-old is a lump of coal that exploded into mustard gas in my fucking face. But anyway, the point being, Don't invest what you can't afford to lose. It's very important. It's common sense, really, but a lot of people have been blinded by all this hype. They've thrown common sense out the window, and now they've all lost a lot of money. And yeah, it sucks, and I'm sorry if you're among the people that lost a lot of money on cryptos so far. But the point of me making this video is to just let you know that when I talk about cryptos, I do it as a joke. Please don't take it as actual investment advice. That's it. See ya. Another day, another goofy crypto project to laugh at. Yesterday, I was finding tons of beautiful NFTs to make me sick to my stomach, such as the Adolf Hitler collection, where apparently Adolf Hitler's soul has been minted into the blockchain in a collection called the Adolphis, which is basically Bored Apes, but with Hitler. I'm guessing that project's really popping off. And then, of course, recently Troy Baker went on Twitter and publicly shot himself in the foot by announcing his own NFT project, saying, "You can hate or you can create." And collectively, he got hated. He got fucking ratioed straight to hell. He got banished to the Shadow Realm with a fat ratio. But neither of these projects are what we're talking about today. Today we're going to be looking at Cryptoland. I actually watched this on stream the other day. Before I enlighten you with the Cryptoland video, I wanted to clarify something. On stream before I watched this, I mentioned that I knew a very limited amount about Cryptoland, but I did mention a shitstorm that I saw on Twitter with Cryptoland in regards to kids. So I said that they allowed kids on their island, but apparently this wasn't exactly what they said, so I'll just show you the tweet. This was the tweet that caused all of the drama on Twitter, and it's a fucking weird tweet. So it's even, like, more disturbing than what I said going into the video, or what I thought it was about going into the video. It deals with the age of consent on their island. So, further clarification, Cryptoland was also trying to be a real-world thing, where they were actually going to own a Fijian island for crypto enthusiasts, and someone asked what the age of consent on the island would be, and they just said mental maturity is enough with a winky face. So you can see why this was immediately just written off as a fucking creepy project. I just wanted to clarify this before showing you the video, because I got it wrong in the beginning with what this was actually about. And also, one other thing I learned is that Cryptoland has been DMCA striking people that shit talk their project. So if that does happen to this video, I will be fighting it legally, tooth and nail, and put as much money and time as I need to in order to combat that, because that is some outright bullshit. Cryptoland, I think, is what we're going to start with. Cryptoland is this new crypto scam or something. I don't know shit about it. The only reason I know this exists is because I saw an argument on Twitter where someone asked, who's allowed on Cryptoland? Are kids allowed? And they said anyone's allowed of mental maturity or something, so then everyone started calling Cryptoland Epstein Island. That's the only thing I know about this, and I know they had like a full-blown animated announcement that was really embarrassing.
Hi, this is me, Christopher, a crypto degen with a crush for crypto kitties. I'm on my way to Cryptoland, the #1...
That was pretty quick. After just giving a brief backstory of the only thing I know about it, saying they like kids on the island or whatever, he just talks about his obsession with crypto kitties. In 6 seconds. Wow.
And when Connie, the founder, told me that visionary investors could own a piece of this unique island,
and I did kid
I smashed bought one of the 60 exclusive parcels on the blockchain hills. That's how I became a king cryptolander. And there it is.
Yeah. Let's go, Cryptoland.
Connie?
Christopher! Come here, buddy!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 50,000 blocks at least. Been waiting for you since.
This is like one of those old
PC
PC games that came in cereal
I guess I'm
boxes.
confirmed now.
Welcome to Cryptoland, the hodlers of last resort.
This must have cost them so much to make.
All the other King Cryptolanders have been arriving from all corners of the world. When we get to the blockchain...
Oh, that's another thing. Also, one more thing I kind of know about this going into it. Apparently this wanted to be more, or wants to be more than crypto. It wants a physical island that you can go visit, which is why people got really bothered by them saying, like, as long as you're mentally mature, any age is welcome. Because that's like a weird thing to say. And, like, welcome onto your island of crypto, bros. So I think this whole thing is about, like, a real place in the real world that is also tied to the blockchain or something. Again, I only know a very limited amount from the Twitter arguments I was reading. Reddit Island 3.0, pretty much.
Not your keys, not your bitcoins. Seriously?
Your keys, your Bitcoin. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin.
Wow.
Where do you come up with these crazy ideas?
You goofball.
I'm not gonna tell you where.
Sir?
God, this is
landlord's
embarrassing.
ready.
Holy shit.
What?
To the room! To the room, not the moon! Entering the blockchain hills.
Hey, what's that?
The Vladimir Club.
No, this is a real project. This is an actual project. Cryptoland is a real thing. Like, they have their own white paper and everything. A glimpse into the future we all deserve. Yeah, I guess that's one way of saying it. Oh, here. I guess this is a better explanation than I provided. It's a project headed by cryptocurrency enthusiasts to purchase an existing Fijian island and develop it into a haven for fellow cryptocurrency enthusiasts. Oh my god.
In this video, guys, I'm buying a real piece of land in crypto paradise on Fiji.
Shameless. Fucking shameless. Yeah, there's no dislikes though, so it must be good. Is it real though? No, man, it's a fucking scam. What do you mean, is it real? Here, I'll just keep letting the announcement play. Whoops.
Oh my... Wow!
Damn, this place looks sick.
Dope for vacations, but now that
Yo,
I'm
Bored
here-
Apes?
Folks approached me saying, Connie, we need somewhere where we can be programming surrounded by palm trees and views to open sea. They were sick of working
This is
with
a
tiny
great
office.
mascot. He's like
Why
a
do that
Clippy
when they can work from paradise?
crypto.
So we built it. Come on in.
But all he can do is like
People are picking up their passes
vomit
for the event.
memes. Hey, he's having so much
Just wait
fun.
until you see what's next.
Yeah.
The Crypto Restaurant. You're gonna love this, Christopher.
Oh, I get to eat NFTs. Well, we don't have any real food, but we do have receipts of food.
No, please, go ahead. I'm not a fan of forks, you know?
Oy, 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 oy.
Classic. Thanks. Enjoy your meal.
Jesus
See you around.
Christ. Yikes.
While you were...
What's that?
That's Cryptoland's Walk of
Oh.
Fame. Follow the
Satoshi.
Crypto stars and you'll get to the moon.
That was fun.
Boy, we are in Crypto Beach, and fun is the norm here.
Goddamn right, it's fun. Let's go.
Study the best.
What about the rug pull
Say
room?
when and friends, but enough of swim. Let's go to the proof.
Who is this for? 6-year-olds?
Work out, make the ladies pass out.
What the fuck is this, man? Is there any... I have to look this up. I'm not going to do it on stream because I don't want to see the Council of Cock, but I'm going on Twitter real quick. Does Cryptoland have like a good following? Like people that saw this and like, oh my god, paradise at last. This is what I was born for. I'll take 5 crypto... What were these? Crypto Kitty NFTs? What the fuck are they selling? I already forgot what it was called. This is sad. They posted an announcement 5 days ago. Dear Cryptolanders, we have been the victims of what seems to be a planned attack to harass, vilify, and twist our work. We condemn all the false information and false accusations being spread about Cryptoland and invite those who are truly interested to make their own research and politely ask us if they want to know anything about this amazing project. Much love, Cryptoland team. You know, bah humbug, fuck all those people that are misrepresenting the good work of the Cryptoland. I think they did a great job of making sure no one would ever be interested with this animation. I don't think there's any need to twist their words when this exists. Firefest for crypto virgins. I keep seeing that posted everywhere. Jesus Christ. My god, in their own household here. I can't find anything positive. Like, they're literally liking some of these tweets, too.
Crypto is in my chromosome.
Damn, this slaps.
Look at my face, I'm in the crypto space.
The gospel. The future is here, baby. And it's bright. Let's go.
Pilot?
Alright, I'm coming to Cryptoland, baby. That looks amazing. That looks
I'm
good.
exhausted.
I come from New York City, New York.
Oh my god, even Crazy Frog's here?
You know.
He's been minted into the blockchain? That's actually just gonna get me DMCA'd.
See you all there.
Hey, see you on Cryptoland. Alright, that looked awesome. The land of DMCA strikes and cease and desist letters. They have resorted to legal threats and DMCA strikes and misrepresenting information. Is that right?
because they are doing the good old DMCA and sending legal threats to people.
Are they?
So good luck with that one, by the way, guys. But either way, let's start looking into some of this stuff. The tweet about age of consent, right? Somebody tweeted at them and said, "What's the age of consent on Cryptoland?" And the Twitter account responded with this: "Mental maturity should be more than enough." Winky face.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, this stirred up quite the shitstorm. Like just a normal question. You know? And such a normal answer. It's weird that people have been besmirching the good name of Cryptoland. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is where EDP's hanging out now. Like, he works there. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, this is a very fucking weird response. And especially the winky face at the end.
I know that this is going to sound ridiculous because this wouldn't hold up in a court of law.
Yeah, but you're going to bring up the winky face. The winky face is weird.
Public opinion. Why is there a winky face in there?
So this is when they started sending out cease and desist letters. It looks like the cease and desists are going well. Lol, 36k likes. Nice. The Cryptoland legal team. I promise you no such thing has ever existed in any crypto project ever. The legal team is, that's Voldemort's name. There's no such thing as legality when it comes to fucking crypto NFT teams. No shot.
It specifically states you can use this. It's free. Anybody can use this.
Oh, so they just used free assets.
But there is a condition, and the condition is
looked like so much hard work.
Credit me.
So they stole a bunch of assets
corporate entities and giving it back to the people. But of course, not when it suits us. Not when the corporate.
Oh, so it actually did go through on YouTube. I think that's one of the most laughable parts about YouTube is that something like Cryptoland can still take down a video, like from just some person. That's pretty wild.
This is a video that's showing every single one of their things is from somebody else on Instagram.
So they stole everything, and it's a terrible project to begin with. Nice. Well, I'm all caught up. That animation was pretty fucking lit, though. That shit really kind of went in. Do we have any Cryptolanders in chat? Will I be seeing any of you guys on the island? I know one of you watching this video right now is having a birthday. And to celebrate, I brought you a clown that we can all laugh at together and really make your special day that much better. So please allow me to introduce you to Bozo. His name is BitBoy Crypto. He's a YouTube crypto influencer who's currently suing another YouTuber named Atozi. BitBoy's seeking $75,000 due to defamation and emotional distress that he experienced when Atozi made a mean YouTube video about him, saying less than pleasant things. And I personally am mortified to learn that someone was being rude to another YouTuber. That just makes my blood boil. That's just fucking unacceptable. So this lawsuit is one that's really hitting close to home here. Atozi was not playing by standard Weenie Hut Jr. rules, clearly. He made a video talking about BitBoy's past with shady crypto and just a general history of sketchy shit, which made BitBoy upset enough to file a lawsuit against him for the video. Now, I'm not here to opine on whether or not BitBoy is a scammer or anything. I'm not here to make any claims against him or any allegations. I'm just here to make fun of him. So don't worry, BitBoy. Don't blow a gasket here. I'm not going to defame you. I'm just here to laugh at you. Every now and then, some pathetic, stinky worm decides it's a good idea to try and legally strong-arm a YouTuber they don't like with some lawsuit to scare them, or get money out of them, or get the video taken down, or something like that. And I always can't help but find it comical, because it never works out in their favor. This whole thing was about him being, upset and riddled with anxiety, worrying that Atozi's video ruined his reputation, even though BitBoy's lawsuit has done significantly more damage than Atozi could have ever done. Angrily filing a frivolous lawsuit on the internet is like publicly guillotining yourself. It's reputational suicide. I promise you, Atozi's video did negligible damage to your brand. However, you have just completely wiped your ass with it. You've done the equivalent of going to the mall and shitting your pants and then trying to blame someone else for those shatted-in britches. It's your fault now. So your reputation is trashed because of this lawsuit. The lawsuit is of course public, however I'm only going to be going through this article for the excerpts. I'm not going to bore you with the actual legal speak in there. So to break down the important bits, Armstrong, BitBoy, is claiming that his livelihood was attacked by Atozy by saying he's not someone you should be looking up to for any advice whatsoever, and cannot be trusted with financial advice because you don't know whether he's trying to enrich you or himself. Maybe I'm biased here because I don't think anyone should be looking up to any YouTubers as their sole source of advice or information, but to me this doesn't seem like an attack on his livelihood at all. It just seems like a word of caution to anyone that finds his channel and like takes it as the end-all be-all for financial advice or anything. It's just like a boilerplate, hey, you'd never really know someone's true intention, so just take it with a grain of salt. This doesn't seem like a malicious attempt by Atozy to fucking burn down BitBoy's empire. The article then makes a great point by highlighting a contradiction between what BitBoy's lawsuit says versus what he presents online. BitBoy's business model relies on his reputation and his status as an influencer. Side note, influencer is still to date the cringiest term ever made. That shit is vomit-inducing. That is such a yucky word. I.e., a well-known online personality who influences others' decisions, such as to buy or sell cryptocurrency as investments. The complaint reads, introducing as fact that he is an industry-leading source of reliable commentary with respect to investments in cryptocurrency. Further, the lawsuit asks, can there be a more damaging assertion for someone like BitBoy Crypto who engages in the business of providing advice and commentary on cryptocurrency investments? Basically summarizing that the lawsuit portrays BitBoy Crypto as like an actual leading authority in the field of crypto investments and advice. However, it's a different song and dance when it comes to his online presence and what he himself identifies as. But on BitBoy's YouTube channel, he says his content is for general information purposes only, and cautions, please be advised that I am not a professional advisor in business areas involving finance, cryptocurrency, taxation, securities and commodity trading, or the practice of law. Nothing written or discussed is intended to be construed or relied upon as investment, financial, legal, regulatory, accounting, tax, or similar advice, nor should it be. You can see a big disconnect here. He's living a double life, a Jekyll and Hyde situation. In the lawsuit, BitBoy's described as like a leading expert in cryptocurrency advice and investment opportunities and shit like that. Fucking Giga Chad crypto god. So to say otherwise is blasphemous. You can't use the Lord's name in vain here, so it's super damaging to claim that he's not the, preeminent expert on crypto. But then you go to his YouTube channel and he's no longer this Sigma male. Now he's all shy. Oh, well, I guess I'm just making crypto content for general information purposes only. I am not an expert, so don't take my advice as the end-all be-all for crypto investment advice or information. So which is it? Is he a turbo barbarian, industry-leading authority on crypto news and investment advice, like the lawsuit claims? Or is he just another fucking crypto bro clickbait douchebag YouTuber? Even aside from the very different tone on what BitBoy's role actually is, whether he's a leading expert or not, it still is a completely baseless lawsuit because he has no leg to stand on. In the article, it even mentions that Armstrong has openly talked about some of the failures he's endorsed. Armstrong's lawsuit says the allegation is without any factual support. However, a CNBC story last week reported that Armstrong made over $100,000 a month promoting cryptocurrencies, including $30,000 alone for the failed DistX cryptocurrency. That's a practice he says he now regrets because it led to some painful losses for his own viewers, CNBC wrote. Armstrong also promoted other fly-by-night projects like Ethereum Yield, Cypherium, and MYX Network. When those projects failed, he deleted the videos from his channel. So, what you're doing here is just highlighting even more so the awful shit you've done. Atozy made a general summation, like a history of the weird and sketchy, shady practices you've engaged in, which he's more than in his right to do, and you suing him to try and keep it under wraps and squeeze $75,000 out of him has shined an even brighter light on this kind of information. I would have never known that you've done these things. But since I and many others were laughing at you for this lawsuit, this information started to surface, which I imagine can't be great for business. The number one defense against defamation is the truth, and it's starting to look like that might be on Atozy's side here. Once again, I'm not here to toss around any allegations, I'm not here pointing the finger, accusing you of anything, other than just being an entertaining, silly little goofy goober for this lawsuit. The article finishes with one more excerpt from the lawsuit saying that BitBoy's emotional state is fragile, and he now suffers from severe anxiety that he will be perceived as a felon, a fraud, and untrustworthy in business or in general. The suit goes on to say that BitBoy now has recurring bouts of depression about whether defendants' defamatory statements will harm Armstrong financially and socially, and whether he'll be able to recover his good reputation in business as a result. You know what loses people's faith in you faster than just a random YouTube video? You making an absolute fucking fool of yourself by lashing out with a frivolous lawsuit. How do you expect your community to trust you going forward, even setting aside all of the scamming accusations? After this lawsuit, how do your viewers perceive you? Oh fuck, I can't speak out against this guy. He's ruling with an iron fist. I don't want to say anything less than tasteful. It might flare up his goddamn PTSD from being called a dirtbag on YouTube and he'll sue me. Shit. Oh man, BitBoy's really off the hinges now. Like, you lose faith and trust in your community because of this lawsuit, not because of his video. The people that watched Atosi's video aren't watching you, BitBoy. The people watching you are either geriatric or too fucking stupid to even find Atosi's channel in the first place. So you weren't losing money. You weren't suffering damages financially. Which is why you're not claiming like actual damages or losses, because it's fucking crypto and you can't prove it. So you're just claiming emotional distress, saying that you need 75 grand to wipe your tears with in order to feel better about one guy calling you a dirtbag. It's absolutely pathetic, and it's a super see-through attempt to try and strong-arm someone who's probably unfamiliar with the law and try and scare them. It's sickening. It's just a blatant attempt to try and bully a guy who called you out on YouTube. It's fucking sad. Trying to state things like anxiety and depression from what? Him just talking about you? Like mentioning your history and giving his opinion on your practices? It makes no sense, and I think it's very wrong. And now you look real stupid. Like you just seem like a completely insecure, untrustworthy asshole. And that has nothing to do with any of your crypto shit. I don't know anything about that, aside from what I just read in this article. So again, I'm not calling you a scammer. Don't even try and throw the word defame around here, BitBoy, when you watch this. I'm just talking about you as a person, your character. It's trash. This is dumb. And I can't stand it when people like BitBoy do this kind of shit, where they try and sue someone over absolute nonsense. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit, because it happens every now and then, and it always gets me a little fired up. So I wanted to at least bring it up. That's about it. So yeah, I know a lot of people have made a hobby out of celebrating crypto bros taking L's, and this week they were eating good. Their bellies were stuffed because the largest L in cryptocurrency history, perhaps, just happened this week. FTX, the second largest cryptocurrency exchange, just went tits up and collapsed almost overnight, wiping out billions upon billions, which of course has financially ruined tons of normal people who never really understood anything about this shit in the first place and just were told how safe and smart it was to be in it. So they treat it like some kind of magical entity where, like the Tooth Fairy, they'll put money under their pillow and the FTX Fairy comes through and leaves a little extra under that pillow for them. But this time the Tooth Fairy came through and just burglarized them, and now that money has just been flushed down a toilet. Actually, it's even worse than that. It hasn't even been flushed down a toilet. It just vanished as if it never even existed in the first place. Now, a lot of people are looking back on this now with post-nut clarity, wondering how they could have ever ignored all the red flags about FTX, and more specifically, the man behind FTX, Sam. He went into an interview once and openly celebrated that it's a Ponzi scheme.
Like, you're just like, well, I'm in the Ponzi business, and it's pretty good.
And even after this, and him being very openly describing a Ponzi scheme, people continued to put tons and tons of money into FTX. And now, that's all just been vaporized. This seems to happen a lot in the crypto community. I think a lot of people are under the impression that everyone that has money is a genius, so they'll write this off as just Sam being quirky or something, until it all ends up with them losing all of their money. You know, I just feel like it may be a level of brainwashing, maybe a level of copium where they've already put money into this, so they just have to like fight tooth and nail for it and ignore blatant red flags, and just keep convincing themselves that this is eventually going to make them money, because they believe in the dream. And then most of the time it doesn't. This is like the 5th collapse of a massive crypto-based project in the last like 6 months. Oh, while we're already here, I kind of want to see Atrioc pick up the FTX saga post-collapse.
All right, I'm going to try and explain what's been going on with FTX, which is the largest crash in crypto history and probably the end of crypto. I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can. So here's this guy, Sam.
I will say, off rip, I know he's exaggerating. Unfortunately, it won't be the end of crypto, but god damn it, is it a wonderful fucking dumpster fire in and of itself.
Sam Bankman-Fried. He's like 30 years old, and he's been described as a wonder kid. He was put on the cover of Forbes as the next Warren Buffett, an investment god. He's also described as the most generous billionaire.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I showed you.
Next to me is the most generous billionaire in the world.
Hi, my name is Sam, and this is my story.
Sam has crazy hair. Sam
it is crazy hair.
In the Bahamas with Sam is 29 years old only, but Sam has $22 billion.
Or so he did, because as of today, he is worth exactly zero and facing jail time. So let's get...
Damn, I read that he had $22, but maybe they were just being nice. Yeah, I wasn't exaggerating. His net worth is legitimately non-existent right now. It's just wiped out. Also in the video, I don't know if Atriac's going to play much more of it. Big A probably won't let this one ride because it's a really stinky video. But when they're interviewing Sam, they ask him how he gets started. And I shit you not, he made it sound super easy that anyone could do it. He said, oh, well, you start with $10 million, and I noticed that Bitcoin was at $10,000 on a US exchange, but $11,000 on a Japan exchange. So I put my $10 million into Bitcoin at 10K, and then sold it for a 1K profit on the Japan exchange. And I did this every weekday, making $1 million a day. It's that easy. You just got to start with $10 million, and you too can be the next Sam. Literally, step one, start rich. That is almost every billionaire's story.
It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
God.
I don't think so. And I'm never wrong about this stuff.
And he never was. Don't be like Larry. Don't miss out on crypto, on NFTs, on the next big thing.
God, that feels so good. Oh my lord. I don't remember that commercial like that, but that is beautiful. Larry was not wrong. That is correct. Man called it. Maybe we all need to be a little bit more like Larry.
Safe. They know that crypto is becoming this big thing, but they don't really understand it. They're afraid of being called out of touch.
That's one other thing that I've talked about a lot, but I can never understate the importance of it. I think the way these exchanges, as well as just like general NFTs and crypto, the way they present themselves and market themselves is so evil. They are very clearly targeting either older people or people with legitimate FOMO, fear of missing out. They're always saying it's safe, you're going to make money, like there's really no risk involved, it's easy to start up, it's quick. Like you are stupid if you're not putting your money in crypto because it's so guaranteed. And it's fucking wild how effective that is. Now, of course, I did the same thing. Yeah, 100%. Like, when this shit was hitting hard, and it really wasn't crypto, it was GameStop stock, because I had such a bad, such a bad time. Like, I was so upset that I missed out on GameStop stock, because I got told about it really early. I was like, nah, it's fucking stupid. So then GameStop happened, and then immediately the crypto boom happened after I'd already been in crypto for like 3 years prior, but just never got serious about it. Then I had such bad FOMO, I was like, fuck it, I'm going all in on like every crypto, and lost everything in crypto. In every department of crypto. Well, I guess I haven't lost it because I still have all of it, but it's all worthless now. It's completely worthless. Half of them are rug pulls anyway. But like the marketing targets people with my mental illness, where it's like, oh, you mean like it's guaranteed? Like a cheat code? Oh, like it's safe too? Oh shit. Okay, then I'm in.
And just saying that it seems like a scam. So they start investing big money, but they want a safe option. And FTX, an exchange, almost like a bank, feels like a safe option. Here is an example. This is on Sequoia Capital, one of the most
nice Enron hat too. That's a nice touch.
In Silicon Valley. This is on their website. You can buy Bitcoin. You can send money in whatever currency to any friend anywhere in the world. You can buy a banana.
Huge.
Suddenly, the chat window on Sequoia's side of the Zoom lights up with partners freaking out. I love this founder, said one partner. I'm a 10 out of 10. Yes! Exclaimed a third.
What is that?
That's dumb enough. But then we find out.
I am a 10 out of 10. Is that flirting? Like, I don't even understand what that means. Like, a 10 out of 10 on the excitement scale? What the fuck is that even in reference to? You can buy a banana. I'm a 10 out of 10! Holy shit!
From all the money coming in to pay you. And the only way this really will go bad is
if they ran
there's
out of
like
money.
a major market downturn and everything. Okay,
Yeah.
that's how a regular bank works.
Yeah, the way this goes bad is if the exact way FTX went bad. Hey, I want to withdraw my money. You can't. We can't cover that. You can't. We don't have the funds to cover your withdrawal.
You know, there's definitely some risk here, but in general, it's okay, especially because in a real bank, all of your money is guaranteed up to $250,000. It's called the FDIC insurance. It doesn't matter if the bank goes out of business. The government will make you whole. Crypto has nothing like that. Understand that, like, there's a variety of things that can be in this basket here. So imagine if instead of buying a house,
you're buying
real
Yu-Gi-Oh
estate,
cards
or things that generally are stable and appreciate in value. What if they bought a holographic Charizard?
Whoa, Bro, Big A and I are in the same fucking headspace here. Oh my god, we're mind melding. What the fuck? This is not pre-watched. Literally not pre-watched. My god.
Let's you say you give him $300,000.
No, I swear to god it's not pre-watched. He uploaded this during my stream.
All right.
No, I swear, I promise. I'm not a fraud. I'm no SBF. I've been streaming for an hour 30. He uploaded this 49 minutes ago. The math vindicates me. It proves I'm innocent.
So they have your money. They have more than what you've given them, but they don't have it liquid. So
not
in order
real
to give you
money
your money
yet.
back, if you're asking for it, they would have to sell the Charizard, collect their money, keep a little bit of profit, and give you your money back. Sell all of these Charizards at once without tanking the value of Charizards. Suddenly a Charizard
God,
is
rest in
very
peace,
cheap because they're
Charizard.
selling so many at once. Now imagine if instead of a Charizard, it was a dog shit crypto token. That
So
doesn't
good.
even have any basic value to begin with. What if
So this ties back into the CoffeeZilla video, in case anyone was confused when we were going over that. They put it, apparently, it came out in the research, they were putting everyone's money into shit coins. So I believe they had like Solana in there. They had their own like native one, the FTT token. What were the others? Shit. There was a couple more. Literally just taking this money and putting it into shitcoins. So when people had this bank run, they couldn't pay them back because they couldn't sell those coins or anything. They couldn't actually give money back. So that's how all of it just started to crumble and collapse. Ooh, little jump scare here. Wanted to further explain this just a little bit in case anyone's still a little confused. So when you were putting money into FTX, FTX was then taking your money and putting it into shitcoins like the FTT token. And when people started to all try and sell, withdraw, take their money out, they couldn't sell off all of the shitcoins because they didn't actually have that money you put in anymore since it was now locked up into those other shitcoins. It wasn't liquid, so they couldn't pay it back, which of course leads to the eventual collapse. And actually, eventual is not even the right word. The sudden collapse of FTX as a whole. Honestly, the way that my brain keeps processing this whole thing is that it feels like you fell for a RuneScape scam. Like it's 2006, you were hanging out in Varrock and a guy said, "I'm doubling your money." So you give him like 100k GP and he just runs away with it. And you just never get it back. That's the way I'm looking at this whole thing now. Now, of course, I never had money in FTX. I always found it to be a little shady. So I never put anything into that. So I haven't lost anything here. I, of course, feel bad for the people that have. But man, looking at this in hindsight from an outside perspective, it really feels like people just got fucking blasted by a RuneScape scam.
who had something to say about Sam Bankman-Fried?
Big advocate for Sam because he has two parents that are compliance lawyers. If there's ever a place I could be that I'm not going to get in trouble, it's going to be at FTX. So,
you know what they're doing right here is.
Hey, this is Mr. Wonderful, the guy that said people living in poverty is great because it gives them something to work towards or whatever. Fuck, I'm misquoting him. It was even worse than that. God damn it, what did he say? Oh yeah, Kevin O'Leary says 3.5 billion people living in poverty is great news.
This, according to
Fantastic
Oxfam,
news.
of the world's 85 richest people is equal to the 3.5 billion poorest people.
It's fantastic. And this is a great thing because it inspires everybody, gets the motivation to look up to the 1% and say, I want to become one of those people. I'm going to fight hard to get up to the top. This is fantastic news, and of course I applaud it.
I applaud the 3.5 billion people living in poverty. Wonderful news. Now you're all motivated, idiots. So if you're not a billionaire like Kevin, it's your own fault.
Alameda Research, which is the other company that he owns, was making all of these terrible, terrible bets on crypto, with their CEO being a 28-year-old Harry Potter fan who also dated Sam Bankman-Fried. And I've seen interviews with her where it clearly shows she has no fucking idea what she's talking about when it comes to investment.
Whatever weird, like, meta food things, I don't know.
Meta foods?
Yeah, I feel like I did manage to get.
Starts taking money out of customer deposits at FTX and secretly funding Alameda Research illegally. This is illegal. That is where this becomes an end-run moment.
Interesting,
This is where it
okay.
becomes like
This is what's called a pro-gamer move. Sam taking money out of FTX to fund Alameda Research is illegal and very big-dicked. So big dick, in fact, that it might just land him an actual prison sentence. You're not allowed to. It's illegal. And it's not shocking to hear that this was going on, given how blatant Sam was about, like, Ponzi scheme and all of that. But man, is it wild to actually see it confirmed and come out.
that almost all of the money on their books, it's just FTT token. They had a bunch of FTT token that they said was worth.
That's
the
great,
exact
though.
amount of everyone's
You gotta
deposit.
love FTT,
and so people
though.
realize, wait a minute, if
better
we
than
ask
money.
for our money back, you can't sell these to get enough value to make all our money back. Like, our money no longer exists in this vault. It's just a bunch of this fucking token, which is this guy.
CZ.
Basically says, I own a good amount of FTT token, and I'm going to dump it all. And that's going to make the price of this crash because it already is a shaky investment. It's not really worth what you say it is.
To further expand on that a little bit, CZ went on Twitter slinging meat and said, So after this leak happened, he said, I have a ton of that and I'm going to dump it. And then he even made sure to say, it's not because FTX competes with Binance, our company, the #1 exchange. I'm doing it just because I want to be in the free market and this is a little off-putting. So he makes this very public statement, which of course sends everyone that has FTT token or anything related to FTX into a frenzy like, holy shit, CZ is about to crash this whole empire. So then everyone in the community of course starts to get scared because CZ's walking in like the Undertaker and about to hit the entire FTX with a steel chair at WrestleMania. So he comes in threatening to flip over the table because now it's been revealed the cat's out of the bag. FTX takes your money and makes worthless nothing burgers out of it in the form of FTT tokens. So when CZ comes in with a fat load, there's no way that they're going to be able to sell those FTT tokens at that price to give that money back. And everyone else that's now asking for the withdrawals and wanting their money back before the worst comes to pass, they can't fulfill it because all they have is these FTT tokens now. They don't have the liquid assets to be able to give those people what they're asking for anymore.
And so Binance originally offers...
I do think, like, extending this further beyond FTX, I really feel like this is like something that could happen to any crypto exchange. Maybe not Binance. I think Binance is at a point where they're too big to fail. I don't think they're like insolvent or anything. I don't think they could be hit by something like this, but I feel like every fucking other crypto exchange can. You never know. Hey, again, you never know. I did say that behavior from CZ, while being a Giga Chad move, has historically been like a dagger in the future. Do Kwon said something similar, did something similar on Twitter days before Terra Luna died, in very similar and tragic fashion. So it could. It absolutely could.
Nobody can get their money out, including this fucking man, Tom Brady, who's probably going to have to play football till he's fucking 59 now.
Oh, no.
Like TSM.
No.
Like the Miami Heat, all of which accepted major FTX sponsorship deals that lasted 10 plus years, are all not getting paid. TSM is built almost entirely on this FTX money, which is not getting paid. Well, all of the audits for FTX were performed by the first ever CPA firm in the metaverse. This is the firm that Wall Street relied upon to do accurate accounting on fucking FTX.
Well, let's hold on. Let's talk about the first ever CPA in the metaverse. Is there any point ever so far where the metaverse hasn't copped a huge L? I wouldn't even think metaverse would be implicated here, and yet it still somehow finds a way to be front and center at another major fuck up. That is so beautiful. That is the gift that just keeps on giving. Oh my god, what a joke. And there are still people that firmly swear by the viability of the metaverse. Everything that it even remotely comes in contact with is ruined and trash. That's so wonderful.
And I said Pepe laugh. Because guess what?
Oh.
As of today, a few hours ago, it shows
Whoa.
that Binance's reserves are almost half of its holdings in its own token.
No.
It's the same problem. So crypto as a whole, basically every exchange,
Binance,
maybe buying Bitcoin on Coinbase, is fucking fraudulent.
Rough.
It's all fraudulent all the way down. It's all a massive Ponzi scheme. FTX official and FTX.
Oh yeah, this is the hack I was
wallets have
talking
been
about.
hacked, with over $600 million leaving the exchange late Friday. It's convenient, hacked. I'm sure this is probably a last-minute looting by people that had access in the Bahamas to whatever was left of this fucking absolute Ponzi scheme.
Yep, the Miami Heat arena is named FTX. We said it on stream yesterday. They're going to need a new title sponsor for the arena. We won't pay anything for it, but if they just need to slap a name on the Miami arena in the meantime while FTX dies and burns, they can call it the Moist Miami Arena. Like, we're down. We'll be the title sponsor for fun. I don't know if that really helps them in any way, but we're super open to it. Until they can find someone that will pay the millions upon millions that FTX was paying or promising to pay. In fact, we'll probably... You know what? If we paid them $100, that's probably more than FTX will ever be able to pay them since they're worth $0 now. So if anyone works at the Miami arena, reach out to our guys. We'll make it happen. That was a great video from Atrox. From Atrioc there. That was beautiful. I would say even if you have your own Bitcoin on your own wallet, be very afraid. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen with that anymore. This shit is so crazy. What's Bitcoin worth right now? Along with the rest of the world, TSM has been closely following the situation surrounding FTX. We have no insight into the matter other than what has been reported publicly. We are currently consulting legal counsel to determine the best next steps to protect our team, staff, fans, and players. To be clear, TSM is built on a solid foundation. We are stable and profitable, and we continue to forecast profitability for this year, next year, and beyond. We look forward to a great year in 2023. They made it... Okay, so last year they claimed they finally had profit. Okay. And it was a $210 million deal, not $260. I'll just take their word for it. I have no reason to doubt it. Crypto scam! Did I scare you? I should have. Hopefully put the fear of God deep in your soul for that. Crypto scams are the main jump scare that people are falling for time and time again. It's more contagious than the cold at this point. It is happening every other week on the largest possible scale. So, I'm sure I don't need to tell you what that is at this point. The word crypto has now just become synonymous with rug pull in the eyes of most people because you keep getting had. You're getting played like a fiddle time and time again with these meme coins that keep popping up. I just don't know how it keeps happening. Now, admittedly, I do get it in this case. What we're talking about today is one of the biggest rug pulls in history. The president of Argentina, Javier Milei, well, he endorsed a meme coin called Libra, and within hours of his endorsement, he deleted his tweet supporting it, and the coin completely crashed. And now over $100 million has mysteriously vanished. A song and dance we've heard time and time again. Crypto has become synonymous with scam in the eyes of many people because this keeps happening over and over and over again. It's a story more iconic than Dracula. This is a story told more frequently than The Little Engine That Could. And I just want to go over it a little bit. I'm not going to pretend to be super knowledgeable on Argentina and everything going on over there, but what I am knowledgeable on are these fucking crypto scams because they keep happening in almost the exact same ways every single time. And for some reason, in the crypto space exclusively, people have this mentality that it's gambling. It's not. Buster, let me sit you down. I'm going to have an intervention. I'm going to get the fucking paddle out here and try and beat some sense into you. You're not gambling when it comes to something like this. Gambling implies there's a chance of winning. And when it comes to gambling, you're usually going up against the house. Well, when it comes to these shit coins, you're not just going up against the house. You're going up against the house and all of its friends. You will never be faster than the insiders or the snipers. You are the piggy bank they are taking from. You are the reason they make so much money. You will never be the one to capitalize off it. I'm just going to hit you with the cold water. There's some fringe cases where just some average Joe Schmo does get lucky with, that happens. I get it. It will most likely never happen to you. But for some reason, no matter how many times Bikini Bottom beats your ass, it's a lesson that never gets through to you. How many times do you have to teach you this lesson, old man? It doesn't compute. It never dawns on the victims of these rug pulls. You know that expression, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me? Fool me 3 times, won't get fooled again? Well, in crypto, it's a little different. It's fool me once, I got unlucky. Fool me twice, got unlucky again. Fool me 3 times, I got unlucky. Fool me 4 times, can't believe I got unlucky again. Fool me 5 times, I'm out of money, but when I get more, I'm going to put into some more meme coins. They just keep coming back for more. Getting scammed time and time again, thinking that this next one is the one. This is the golden goose. It's not. Like, this is not your Moby Dick. You're never going to actually accomplish this. But I'm already way off track just going over this shit again. What happened in Argentina, the president endorsed this meme coin, it crashed, completely collapsed. He is now facing impeachment for this. It is just a full-blown scam. It's unknown exactly how much he knew about this project before publicly endorsing it, but he bears so much responsibility because without him putting it on the map, tons of people wouldn't have lost tons of money. He is directly to blame for scamming the citizens of his country. Full stop. That's an immutable fact. That's the brass tacks of it. Again, it's unclear exactly how much he knew about this project before the endorsement, but it is his fault so many people bought into the scam. Let's just go ahead and take a look at this tweet. To astute observers, you'll notice that this is the same smell, the same aroma of bullshit that you get for all of these god-awful meme coins, but to people that don't know the space and all the evils that come with it from time to time, well, from time to time, that's very generous, that come with it so often, they wouldn't know any better because you have your president who is now just publicly glazing this project. Liberal Argentina grows. This private project will be dedicated to encouraging the growth of Argentine economy by funding small Argentinian businesses and startups the world wants to invest in Argentina. Then he links it. Then he drops the contract. Libra, long live freedom, damn it! Amen. May that freedom live long. And by long, we're speaking relatively. From the eyes of a mosquito, that's the perspective we're dealing with here. Because it wasn't very long, all things considered. The coin was only alive a little bit longer than ejaculate outside the human body. Your sperm can survive 30 to 45 minutes, even an hour at optimal conditions. And this coin, Libra, barely beat that. It made it 3 hours before it completely crashed with over 100 million just being wiped out of it, going somewhere interesting. And where did it go? Who's to say for sure? However, CoffeeZilla just conducted an interview with a key player, Hayden Davis. I cannot recommend this interview enough. Hayden did not call Saul before agreeing to this interview. The admissions here are shocking. There was definitely no lawyer in his ear. He did not get a legal professional on the horn before agreeing to this. I highly recommend you listen to this interview because it is baffling. Hayden is more unlikable than an ingrown toenail. I'm not going to play you a ton of clips. I really encourage you to watch CoffeeZilla's interview. He did a great job with it. And I love that. I don't know what CoffeeZilla did to get him to just squeal like this. Maybe he injected him with like some kind of truth serum via Discord. But Hayden just admits to so many fucking things that I don't think he recognizes the severity of. I am going to leave you with just one little clip from it where he talks about insiders.
It's a separate conversation. Retail traders.
Unbelievably shitty. I do think that's unbelievably bad and for everyone. Except for the insiders, which is what I always say about meme coins, is it disproportionately benefits insiders.
So I think too, like my honest opinion is like I don't actually disagree, but I think like the vast majority of people betting on meme coins, right, especially at the beginning, and I think there's a separate conversation. Retail traders, like that is the game for everyone, and people that get mad are the people that aren't insiders. That is what happens. That's all the bitching on socials is all the people that don't get into the deals. You'll never hear them bitch if they're in the deal. So it's like, what do you do then? You don't do anything. You don't launch the project. You're like, how do you make money then?
Yeah, goofball, you don't launch the project. It's a fucking meme coin that was designed to just exploit people that aren't your insiders, that aren't in on the deal, which is the vast majority of fucking people, you unbelievable stupid buffoon. Yes, Hayden, you don't launch the project. because there is no project. This was just a scam. Like, he openly admits to all of the insider accusations. Like, everything that they'd been accused of, Hayden just, like, openly confirms. He even talks about the $100 million. It's a fascinating look at the mind of a scammer, like a degenerate scammer. I'm going to drop one more clip here from the interview, just to really sell you on how juicy this is. You need to watch this. This absolute fucking stinky, putrid vermin confirms that he sniped his own coin. And here's what he had to say about it.
The wallet which Dave got refunded by, which is, according to him, your personal funds, was linked to an Avalanche wallet which was funded like a sniper of Libra. So, but if you launch the coin, isn't it unfair for you to snipe the coin?
So I would say no, and I would say that for a couple different reasons. Number one, a lot of the times when, and again, this is like, I mean, again, it's a much larger conversation, which is what I told you in text. But most of the time when I have different money in different places, obviously. But from the standpoint of sniping, most of the time when we're sniping, we're attempting to avoid other snipers getting in.
My God, he deserves the Medal of Honor and the Purple Heart. Holy shit, even give him the Spelling Bee Championship. This guy is a saint. You see, when they're sniping their own coin, they're doing it from a place of nobility. Like, they're doing it from a place of looking out for the little guy. They're trying to help the rest of us by being so generous to snipe their own coin for their own financial gain. Man, this is eye-opening stuff, Hayden. It really is. It's so interesting. So definitely watch CopyZilla's video on it. I don't understand how he is not just immediately thrown in the slammer within minutes of him doing this interview and having it go live. It's crazy to me. That's the beauty of the crypto space, baby. That's the fairy tale magic right there. Long live the freedom to fuck you in the butt and face no repercussions for it. This has been happening time and time again, only accelerating in frequency recently with things like Pump.fun and then tons of celebrities coming out with their own meme coins that are all rugging. Like, it's just so fucking crazy. And I am 100% sure it will continue to happen because people still think that they're going to be the chosen one. They're going to be Goku here and they're going to have the Super Saiyan wherewithal to pull out at the perfect time. You won't, because you're not an insider. No matter how much you convince yourself you are not an insider on deals like this. Like, Dave Portnoy got insider information on this. He didn't buy, like, before it went live, at least not from what I've seen, though I did see him go on Twitter saying he bought fake Libra, and now he's trying to sell fake Libra. Like, I don't fucking understand at all what's going on there. But you're not Dave Portnoy. You're just a guy. And you saw the president of Argentina make the tweet. Just because it comes from the president doesn't mean he's not going to fuck your face. Like, it's crypto. It's all fair game because there are no consequences for rugging like this. You don't see anyone get in trouble for it, and people have picked up on it, which is why so many celebrities, Hawk Tuah girl even, fucking Z-list celebrities are doing it now. So yeah, it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening until people finally learn that they are never going to make money by being someone that just puts into this, thinking that they're smarter than the other sheep. They're going to be the ones that are going to be the beneficiary of the rug. You won't be, because you are not the insider. You are not the sniper. You're not in the deal, like Hayden says. It's just so silly, and it's sad. It's fucking sad, especially in a case like this, where I think this is one of those cases where a lot of people who lost money aren't your normal stupid crypto bros that are just YOLOing all of their cash, hoping for moonshots. I really think there's a lot of people that believed so strongly in the president that they saw this enthusiasm for this project, all this glaze, and thought, okay, I'm in, only to get absolutely ruined for it. So I just had to talk about this a bit. That's really it. See ya. Did you see someone exposing BitBoy's scam while he was on stage and him having a meltdown? I totally forgot about that. Yes, I did. Hold on, let me pull that up. That was so shameful. BitBoy, you'll remember, is the douchebag on YouTube who's the crypto bro who peddles garbage. Like, he's just a prolific, untrustworthy person in the crypto space. A YouTuber named Atozy called him out in a video talking about the shit that he's done, calling him a dirtbag. BitBoy got his feelings all hurt, so he tried suing Atozy for 75 grand or something, and he ended up getting laughed off the internet, so he retracted the lawsuit, but he still makes content. And recently at his I don't even know what this is, I guess the BitBoy Con, I don't know, convention to celebrate BitBoy's clownery, a woman went on stage and confronted him about it, and he doesn't hold it together very well.
No one needs it. Where's the evidence? Let's hear it. Where's the evidence? Yeah, give the evidence. Yeah, don't give it. Give the evidence. This is your moment.
This is... So what's happening is here. What's happening? She came up and is like, "Man, fuck you. You're a fraud. Your shit's bad. You're stinky. Boo, boo, BitBoy, boo." And he's like, "Oh, you think I'm a fraud? Well, where's your evidence? Pull up your evidence." She's like, "Bet." So she goes to Zach XBT, who made a huge thread not too long ago, it was back in January, that pointed out so much of BitBoy's garbage. Like, poking holes in everything BitBoy has pretty much ever done, really. It's such a thorough beatdown of his whole career, and she brings it up here, and BitBoy's not super happy.
Show me the issue.
He continues to invite it, challenging her.
So guys, we can just go and check all the evidence posted by Zach XP. A thread from a year ago. It doesn't matter whether it's a year ago.
It doesn't matter at all. His defense was, "Oh, it's old. That's a year old." So you were scamming a year ago then? Like, it doesn't change anything. All of the information is still accurate, even if it's a year old. You still did this. It doesn't really change it, so it's a bad defense. BitBoy's sweating, getting a little swamp-assy, and then it gets real rough.
When you do this, go and check all that. Oh, okay, so you're a child molester. You're a child molester. You're a child molester. Okay, can you let me complete now? No, I don't have to back it up with evidence. It's just something that I said. You know what? This woman is a child molester. She's a murderer. She's a murderer. Look at you. You're shaking. You know when people shake.
Yikes. So his defense, after she brings up the Zach XBT thread, his response is, "You're a child molester, murderer, murderer." Like, he just had this biblical meltdown in his mind. He could no longer even pretend to not be offended, bothered, and he had no rebuttal, so he defaulted to child molester and murderer. It's so goofy.
Those are psychological evidences. We know when you're wrong. You shake.
Baseless accusations. Pretty big BitBoy L today. But if you go to his Twitter, he's still a man. You know, he still thinks pretty highly of himself. He's still, he's not disappointed in the man he sees in the mirror. He still talks a big game. So, like, here's him, here's him from only, what is this, 2 hours ago? 3 hours ago. Too big to care at the gym, baby. Yeah, getting swole out here. Might call a woman a child molester. Thinking about it. Bitch boy. Yep, after the Atozy drama, everyone started calling him Bitch Boy Crypto, which I think is a great nickname. He did address the drama, kind of. In one of his shows, he took like 5 seconds to say, just like snot-nosed YouTuber that I was suing, but it's not worth my time. Lawsuit's done. He made it sound like he was the good guy, and he's like, I just decided it's not even worth it. That was the only acknowledgement of the case that he ever did. Bro's pushing 50 and called BitBoy. I know. Like, if he wasn't such an asshole, I would actually find all of this adorable. Like, he's very clear. Like, I've listened to him. I watched the Tozy's video, so I did a little dive on him. He's very clearly not knowledgeable on this space at all. I pulled this up on stream. I don't know if I'll be able to find it now because it's been a couple months. Someone did a breakdown of all of the things that he told people to invest in, all of the crypto moonshots he told people to put their money in, and someone tallied up all of them for like 7 months. And on every single one of them, they were either rug pulls or you lost 60 to 90% of your money. Only 2 of them had any returns, and those returns were like 2 to 3% returns. 2 out of like 90 recommendations. Like, he's just fucking terrible at everything he does. Even if he's not blatantly scamming, he is still giving the worst advice in the space. You know, fuck it, I'm gonna try and find that thread again because it was so good. Oh, here it is. It's the first thing that came up. This isn't the original thread, but it looks like they still circulate this around. This was the information, it's just this isn't the original thread. This is someone just responding to him with it. But the person who compiled this went through all of his like recommendation crypto moonshots, and these were the returns. So they went to the video, and then they went to where it is now to see what you will have made. And only 2 of them were green. Whole market was down, is that why? I mean, that even still, like, it's all of them except for, like, I guess Ripple were just fucking crazy moonshots or just like blatant scams that he was peddling. This isn't all of it, this is just one of the screenshots, but no, it's not just the market being down. If you'd like to see BitBoy in all of his douchey glory, there's actually another angle of this train wreck, so I'll go ahead and play that for you, but just the end here because the audio quality is also a little clearer.
You do this. Please go and check all the evidence. Oh, okay, so you're a child molester. You're a child molester. You're a child molester. Okay, can you let me complete now? No, I don't have to. I don't have to back it up with evidence. It's just something that I said. You know this what? woman is a child molester. She's a murderer. She's a murderer. Look at you. You're shaking. You know when people shake? Those are psychological evidences. You know when you're wrong. No, it's because I'm angry at baseless accusations.
Watching BitBoy Crypto is a lot like watching your drunk uncle embarrass themselves on Thanksgiving every year, but somehow BitBoy has an audience that must hate money, because by following his advice, they're just perpetually flushing all of their cash down the toilet. And speaking of flushing things down the toilet, BitBoy has once again ruined his reputation to anyone that's not in his cult-like following. What he was trying to do here is call her names like child molester and murderer as an attempt to say, oh look, you can slap labels on anyone without proof. But it doesn't really work because she did bring proof and evidence to suggest that you have had a history of shilling scams, which you have. That's not defamatory, that's not slanderous, that is a provable fact. You have shilled projects that have turned out to be scams. Now I want to quickly show the thread that she was referencing, the Zach XBT thread, because it's actually a very insightful thread into the character of BitBoy and how he does business. So if you're interested, you can look that up and take a bit of a dive on the history of BitBoy. Zach XBT was also the one responsible for tracking the return on investment from BitBoy's suggestions, and he even clarified that he did the year-to-date calculations pre-market crash. So all of this was without the market being in the shitter. Pretty impressive resume from BitBoy here. It looks like 1 out of every 1,000 projects he shills might give you a 5% return at best and a 92% loss at worst. Great odds. What a remarkable joke. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about him a little bit because I thought it was a very silly video, and that's about it. So yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. This year, I'm thankful for the Paradox Metaverse crypto scam. It's the gift that just keeps on giving. Just when you think it's finally flatlined, no heartbeat left, someone brings out the defibrillator and gives us yet another embarrassing disaster to point and laugh at. To think it was only a brief 24 hours ago that the head of Paradox Metaverse embarrassed himself on video with the worst response the internet has ever seen. It honestly would have been less shameful for this guy if his sex tape leaked instead of that video being made. So his name is Amio Talio, he's the face of Paradox Metaverse, and it hasn't even been a full day and a half, and he's already put his ass in his mouth yet again and made an even bigger fool of himself. So while all of you are enjoying your feast eating turkey, Amio's eating shit. I'll quickly bring everyone up to speed in case you don't know what this situation's about. Paradox Metaverse is a crypto company that has 7 components, all of which are like the 7 deadly sins of crypto. Each one is crazier and more nutty than the last. None of them seem legitimate whatsoever, promising outrageous things like potentially $500 a day through playing their game, or like these staking protocols that could potentially yield 10 to 100x your money. It's just dumb shit. that has been a very common scam in the crypto space for years now. And they decided to do a big marketing push by going on iShow Speed's stream and having him shill their project for 2.5 hours. It didn't go over well. Everyone laughed at them, saying L scam, and it was a big deal. Speed has apologized and moved on. Some people have forgiven him, some people haven't. That's totally up to the individual and how they feel about the situation, but the people that haven't moved on the most are Paradox Metaverse themselves. They have just been getting saltier, and more delusional, and it is pathetic to watch. So, a little over 24 hours ago now, Amio Talio made his YouTube response video to all of the criticism, saying that it's only trolls and bots that believe this. If we were a scam, why would we still be here? It's rough. It's fucking rough. And then, shortly after that video came out, a YouTuber and TikTok content creator posted some voice memos that were sent to him by Amio Talio that were threatening his life. Just threatening to beat him up and threatening to put a bounty on him to have people beat him up for him. It's despicable shit. I'll go ahead and show you that now.
Little shit, I'm gonna come to you personally myself, yeah? For spreading all that fake fucking lies on my name, you little bastard. Watch when I catch you, I'm gonna smash your teeth in. Every single time you look at your face in the mirror, you're gonna see your broke up nose bust up in 20 different places. That's what I'm gonna do, that big fucking nose of yours, right? You thought it was funny, innit? You thought it's funny, you can just troll mans on the internet. Bro, I'm not an internet guy. What you see on the internet is one thing. Bro, I'll come there and I'll slap you in your fucking mouth. And the worst is, I'm gonna put your fucking name out, right? I'm gonna screenshot your username right now. I'm gonna put 10 bags down. So anyone that shows me this guy's address, right? Shows me this guy's address, I'll give him 10 bags. Watch how your own boys will snitch on you and give me your address. And then I'm gonna see what you're gonna say when I come there. Because I think you think I'm just some internet dickhead, but I'm not an internet dickhead.
Now that is extremely concerning to hear, but you have to wonder, is it legit? Because how the fuck could someone in the crypto space be so unaware of how technology works that he didn't realize that those voice memos could be saved? How the fuck would he be so stupid that it would be making criminal threats like that on Snapchat, knowing full well it could just be leaked, as it did here? So I wanted to know, is it real? And so did CoffeeZilla. CoffeeZilla just made a whole video diving deeper into Amio Talio, and CoffeeZilla talked to the person that received those threats and confirmed with them that they were real. And then it was also confirmed by Amio Talio's partner in Discord that, yeah, he really did send all of those threats, but it was just him being emotional. It was just an emotional moment, as if somehow that makes it okay.
He responds, I do agree, emotions can run high when you're being attacked, and everyone is believing it over the truth, and it's overshadowing it. I guess the strategy here being the best way to stop people from thinking you're a scam is distract them with threats of criminal violence.
CoffeeZilla then goes on to showcase other instances where Amio has these meltdowns, even before Paradox Metaverse. This predates that. He's had plenty of moments in his past where he just threatens people and freaks out over nothing and just goes fucking ballistic. So this is far from an isolated incident with Amio Talio. This guy freaks out and rages more than a child playing Call of Duty on Xbox Live. It's so pathetic. I also should mention that he did follow through on that threat of putting a bounty on this guy's life. On his Snapchat, there's a screenshot that CoffeeZilla shows where he made this statement, 5K to the person that grabs him and brings him to me, which sounds like a threat straight out of Gotham City here, with like an order given by Carmine Falcone. CoffeeZilla had the same level of confusion by this that I did, because neither one of us could believe this guy was this stupid, just a giant fucking imbecile, making public threats like this on Snapchat. So he took a picture of the TikTok creator's Snapchat and said 5K to bring me this guy. Like, you have to be out of your mind to think that that's somehow a good idea. I don't know if his brain malfunctioned and he forgot where he was, like he thought he was playing GTA 5 role-playing or whatever, but it is fucking baffling that this actually happened, and it's all just so public, too.
You think by the time you even get your fucking TikToks out, and by the time you can even fucking go to sleep, you little bastard, I wanna come see you. You think I'm gonna let motherfucking trolls like you little bastard, get away with the shit you're gonna get away with? You think this is the case? Bro, see what happens tonight. I'll come see you myself. Go call whoever the fuck you want. Call the police. Do what the fuck you want. Make your little TikTok shit little pussy, yo. I ain't letting this shit go away.
Apparently, the reason he was so mad at this guy is due to threats of blackmail, I guess. At least that's what they were saying. But CoffeeZilla talked to the guy in the video here, and he had no clue what any of that was about, so there's no evidence to suggest there was any level of blackmail that warranted this kind of response. Not that anything would ever justify it, but that blackmail story that they tried to run with seems to be complete dog shit, like actual baloney. There's no proof of that. But there is clearly proof of Amio Talio sending these threats, and these have been verified as him sending these threats. Especially given his history of doing shit like this, it's extremely concerning. And even the community of Paradox Metaverse brainwashed zombies that for some reason bought into this whole idea, they got weirded out by this whole hoopla from Amio Talio here saying that it's not a good look. Which it's not. It's like the worst look possible for your company. I mean, it's downright criminal behavior. And this has happened before where someone whose image is, I don't give a fuck, I'm too cool to care, multi-millionaire, doesn't bother me, let the sheep say what they want, not gonna bother with it. The second that person shows a weakness like this, where they're clearly hurt and offended and now making these threats and puffing out their chest and embarrassing themselves, people turn on them. Like, no matter how loyal the following, when they see that you get offended and this insecure, they turn on you like fucking piranhas. So Amio coming in here and showcasing how hurt his feelings were and then making these ridiculous threats, even his own community starts scratching their head and getting a little worried about this whole project. And you can see it kind of reflected in their coin's price, which continues to just dip and hopefully will plummet to less than zero soon enough. And hopefully the TikTok creator is safe. An outrageous situation overall that I just wanted to share because this is the latest update in this story that I've been following. And that's really about it. So yep. Whoa there, Buster. You just wandered across a smile checkpoint. Let me see those pearly whites. Alright, you pass. Now go ahead and take both fingers, put them up like this, and give them a little wag and give yourself a little body wiggle because we're celebrating today. Sam Bankman-Fried, one of the largest fraudsters in history responsible for FTX and its collapse, is now been found guilty on all charges and could face a maximum of 115 years in jail. Ooh, God, that just felt buttery coming out of my lips right there. The way those words danced across my tongue, letting you know that SBF has been found guilty on all charges, facing serious time. Oh, wow, that felt good. That's a pretty long time to spend in the slammer. There's very few people that could survive that. Maybe Gandalf at the top of that list. And unless Sam Bankman-Fried is a vampire, which I can't rule out with 100% confidence because he looks like someone that sleeps in a coffin and drinks blood, then he has no shot here. So I guess we'll see in 115 years. Mark your calendars. Now, even though SBF was slapped by all of the charges brought against him, I do think they missed out on a very important one that wasn't even brought here in front of the court. I think he should have also been facing criminal punishment for being so incomprehensibly dog shit at League of Legends. If you're unfamiliar with the Sam Bankman-Fried lore, this turbo weenie would go on and on about how much he loves League of Legends, yet he was still hard-stuck bronze 50. This fucking goober was somehow like bronze 3 locked forever. I don't know what he mained. Maybe AP Tryndamere on Butt Patrol or something, like he's not even laning with a character, because I feel like if you put in enough hours like he claimed to, you'd accidentally at least hit silver. It's almost more impressive that he stayed bronze and stayed that bad, refusing to get better. So they should really look at criminal charges for just how trash he is at gaming. But yeah, I'm getting a little carried away here. We're celebrating, damn it. This is a great day. This is truly fantastic. There was a part of me that was worried he was somehow going to squeak his way out of here without a serious, harsh sentence. And he hasn't been sentenced yet, but the fact that he is now being found guilty on all that he's charged with is a great thing. And special shout out to the courtroom sketch artist here who was pouring their heart and soul into this. You can feel the passion with each stroke on the canvas here. Look at this beautiful sketch of Sam Bankman-Fried looking like something out of Tolkien's work right now. Like just some kind of evil presence that's being foiled in real time. Like, I feel like I'm there with him. It's a beautiful creation here, up there with some of Picasso's masterworks. I love these, especially this one. You know, pictures truly are worth 1,000 words, and all 1,000 words I'm feeling from this one are, wow. This is something special here. Sam Bankman-Fried, I guess his head got hit with a shrink ray or something. But I mean, overall, this could be the next American Gothic here. It is a fantastic piece. And also, we're going to get a little off topic here, but there's more we have to celebrate today. Another group of scammers was also just blasted. And I'm talking about SafeMoon founders. If you follow CoffeeZilla's work, and I'm sure a lot of you do, you'll know about SafeMoon. He's made a ton of videos covering the topic. I highly recommend you check them out if you're at all interested in big scams and wild fucking stories. And today, there's been huge news on that, but I want you to get it from CoffeeZilla. So check out his most recent upload about that. And, you know, I just wanted to lump that in here because it's another one of those crypto-focused, yucky things where finally punishment is being dealt to some of the most evil people in that entire space. And maybe this trend will continue because there's still a couple big fish out there. You know, maybe Crypto0, Logan Paul, anyone? I mean, who knows? This is a great day, honestly, for some justice, you know, starting to take shape and really pop off here. So SBF found guilty on all charges. Huge news with SafeMoon. And I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. Give you something happy to celebrate a little bit this afternoon. That's about it. See ya.